I delivered the boat, but I got a ride out this morning from my dad, and my goal was to save that time so I could do the other place. But the stuff that were named, I'll let him go by. The stuff that were named nameless, like, I think if I just get to the other place, I might be a little bit wet when I get home. So figured, well, I could do it tomorrow. It's like there was a little bit of a shower this morning. Janet at the store was telling me that it poured like a bastard this morning. So I'm like, okay. I got the grass cut, the main residence, so now I gotta go do the cottage. And there we go. Get the big boy gear. Help me to get home a little bit faster, maybe, possibly. Yeah. Oh, nice day. Yeah, yeah, I see it too. I'm gonna get wet. Yeah. Car coming. Yeah, it's like the whole town, like they're like they can't believe I do this, eh? And you have to understand, like, a rural area, it's a different vibe, right? Like, people just, city people bike, country people don't, right? Because, like, everything's so far away from it, you know? So when you see people on bikes, it's usually city people, but when they know you're going back and forth to work, it builds your reputation anyway. Like, a strange thing has happened, like, a lot of people really, I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't like me too, but, you know, I don't really worry too much about stuff like that. So we got a generator up on a barbecue thing. That's an interesting way to do it. But like, there's some people that are like, you mean he doesn't miss a day of work? He jumps on a bicycle, works all day, and then bikes back? Wow, I can't do that. I mean, anybody can do it, but it's just like, it's just most people wouldn't do it, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, I can't get there, I'm not working. But I'm like, I'm poor, right? Like, guys, like, I do okay, because I don't spend stupid. I know some of you might not believe that, you know, because when I do buy nice things, they are quite nice. Yeah, I know I just spent $500 last week on the, you know, on the brush cutter, or the week before. Yeah, it was last week, I guess. Yeah, it was last Thursday. And yeah, it's a lot of money, but that's a work tool, right? That's gonna pay for itself. And not only that, not only does it pay for itself, but it expands my job resume, so to speak, to I can now do this because I have a brush cutter, right? Which I didn't have before. But before that, like, the last time I walked in and spent like that kind of money cash was probably 2019. So I've been hurting really bad since 2019. From the apocalypse knocking me out. You know, like, I got hit hard, you know, like, I mean, I've explained it a few times in other videos, and we'll get it into much here, but right now, had the apocalypse not happened, I would definitely be a millionaire right now. I'd be a YouTube millionaire. But yet, here I am. This is the hand I've been dealt. And now the headwinds have increased. Great. Oh yeah. Now mind you, when I was a kid, this was all open plains, so the winds were really strong through here. But anyway, it's what's following the wind that I'm more concerned about. But long story short, I paid off all my debt, right? I have zero debt, except for I'm now going to have a hydro bill and a second rental, right? So I don't know what my living expenses are at the moment. I have an idea, but until I know, pay that first hydro bill. My biggest fear with the hydro bill is not the bill itself, it's the hookup fee, right? Like, what we're going to try to do is just transfer the bill into my name. But because I haven't had a bill in my name other than my credit card for a long time, I got an excellent credit rating. But you know, this is when you're talking to the utility guys, you have to pay it if you want it. Like, there's no way of getting out of that, right? So they say it's a $2,000 hookup, it's a $2,000 hookup, and there's nothing I can do about it. I have the money to do that, but then that means it'll be 6 months before I can buy a car, right? So it's like, it's a catch-22 no matter which way I go. You know what I mean? Because I have about $4,000 saved up for a car, right? And I want to buy a good car. You know, I'm willing to do this cycling thing for as long as it takes to get something good. Like everybody, you know, wants to pressure you, and the thing is you just got to know how to not be brash with people, but like sometimes just explaining things is pointless. You know what I mean? Because they think too immediately. Like, well, if you need a car now, you just take whatever you find. I said, and that's why I need a car right now, because I always take whatever I can find, right? The cheapest car, you know, like I said, the only difference between a new car and an old car is an old car is a time bomb. A new car is a time bomb with a warranty. You know, it's just usually the timer goes off a little later on the newer vehicles. So if you're constantly buying the $500, maybe I get lucky again and I find another CRV like I did and get 4 years out of it, you know, for $400. Yeah, okay, I won on that one. But like, I paid $6,200 for Thunder, and it's a good truck, but you know what I mean? I only got 11 months out of it. And to take that, buy a vehicle every year, pretty much I think since 2019, or about 2020 or whatever. I can't remember when I bought Freddie, the red truck. I'm gonna miss that truck. I love that truck. But the idea is that I could buy two $500 Wonders, insure the both of them, and then when one breaks down, at least it gives me a stopgap vehicle to find a third vehicle. You know what I mean? And then I could do it like that. But guys, buying a vehicle once a year is a pain in the ass. You know, like, it's not, you know, the day you got to take off to go register it and put the plates on and the insurance and all that stuff. That's not what's the pain in the ass. The pain in the ass is the searching for something, because you're basically waiting for cable scraps, right? Like, it's like, wait till somebody's about to throw away their vehicle. It's like the last vehicle I had was destined for the scrapyard. I was just a stopgap between the scrapyard and the last owner, right? So, you know, I don't want to be that guy anymore if I can help it, but it will require sacrifice. And sacrifice, cycle until you can afford something good. Because like with these other vehicles, it's like I drive with a pretty cool conscience. I don't panic or worry about anything. I just go, well, if it breaks down, it breaks down. You know what I mean? You know, you get what you pay for. I won't be mad at it or whatever. But it's like just getting the $500 for towing. You know what I mean? Like, just getting that money ahead, so that, okay, well, if you buy it and it breaks down in the first week, you tow it, okay, you just took a loss, right? And most of these vehicles, I know a lot of my subscribers might disagree, but trust me, they're not worth fixing up most of the time. The truck is, but the truck's going to need about 4 or 5 grand worth of work, and that's not including what the hell's wrong with the engine. Like, I still don't know what's wrong with that. You know, what you call it, EGR valve. The reader told me it was that. I thought I'd solved the problem, and well, it did it again. about a week after. And that means it's probably something else, you know, or a combination of, could be the fuel pump, could be the, you know, could be the valve intake, could be a plug, could be a, right? And when you start chasing those gremlins, and you'll find all kinds of YouTube videos like this, where the guy's like, okay, I replaced this, and that wasn't it. I replaced this, and that wasn't it. I thought it was this, so then I replaced. Like, you can't go on hunches with vehicles. You have to find the exact problem, or else you're wasting money. You know, like, maybe you get lucky and you get it right, but when you got like phantom problems that are really hard to diagnose, even like top-notch mechanics have a hard time diagnosing this Dodge problem. Dodge has known about it for years, and every manufacturer has something. I'm not just going to say it's just because it's a Dodge. You know, yeah, people will joke about that. Here's the man. Oh yeah, pass him on the double line. Sure, gotta be in a hurry all the time. Look at that, eh? Nut job. I don't know why people are like that. Like why? Like, what are you going to gain? You know, some people's kids, I tell you. But whatever vehicle I do end up with, like, I mean, I've got now a house to deal with too, right? So it's like, so I got to be really careful with my money. But I am good with my money, the little money that I do have. 90% of the money I